Mornings feel different now. I don't wake up to an alarm anymore. I wake up when my body says it's time. No inbox, no meetings. And while that sounds dreamy, the truth is, it's not always that simple. Sometimes I wonder what if I had stayed, held on to the salary, the safety, the routine of a full time job. But I choose myself, my peace, my life, and my health. Now I am responsible for my time and everything I do from here on. Sometimes I feel so happy living this life, and some days I am filled with self doubt and too many thoughts. But through all of this, I am discovering a new version of myself. I am learning to understand life in a deeper way, the positives, the negatives, all of it. The first few weeks after quitting, honestly, they were messy. There is this picture perfect idea that once you leave your job, everything becomes peaceful. But in reality, I felt a little lost. No deadlines, no meetings, but also no structure. The freedom felt nice for a while until it did not. I stayed up late, slept at odd hours, and felt guilty for not doing more. Some days I would binge watch shows for hours, barely noticing time pass. I let go of the routines I had worked so hard to build, and even though I had chosen this path, I still questioned it. But slowly, I started picking up the pieces, not with a perfect plan, but with small steps. I began building routines that were not forced but chosen. I started listening to affirmations, not because I believed they would magically fix everything, but because I needed to change the way I spoke to myself, the way I treated myself when no one was watching. I sit quietly for a while, sipping a glass of warm water while listening to affirmations. At first, it felt silly, but I realized I had spent so long being hard on myself, always rushing, always feeling behind. So, this came a small way to be kinder, to pause, breathe, and remind myself that I'm allowed to go at my own pace now. And then cuddling with my little ones, it's a no miss for me. That's the moment I feel most grounded. The way they look at me, their tiny faces, soft paws, it's like they remind me, hey, you are safe, you are loved. No matter how messy my thoughts are or how uncertain I feel about the path I have chosen, their love doesn't change. And honestly, that kind of energy sets the tone for everything that follows. Sometimes I sit in the balcony just watching the world outside, the neighborhood going for a walk, kids playing, sometimes rushing to work. And in those moments, I observe, not with judgment, not with envy, just curiosity, noticing how everyone is living their version of life. But this slow, mindful pace, it's brought me closer to myself than any packed schedule ever did. At first, I was just so happy. No rush, no deadlines, no one else scheduled to follow. I could do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and it felt freeing. But slowly, things started slipping. All the routines I had built over time began to fall apart. I would have breakfast really late, sometimes so late that lunch just disappeared into dinner. There were days I skipped meals, not on purpose, but just because time slipped through my hands. And that's when it hit me. Every choice, no matter how good it looks, comes with its own set of challenges. There is no perfect setup. We won't always have happy days. There are messy ones too, but they teach us so much. Eventually, I started noticing my own patterns. I began building routines that actually suit me, not based on what others do, but what fits my lifestyle. I tried different things, experimented, adjusted, and slowly I started finding a rhythm again. Not one that was imposed on me, but one I created with intention. You all know how it is when you are home all day, no real plans, nowhere to go. So you just stay in loungewear, hair in a bun, skincare forgotten. Same happened with me. I was a total mess most days, and not just in how I looked, even my work had no structure. Some days I would start late, some days I would not finish anything at all. But at some point, I realized I was not showing up for myself, so I decided to change that. Even if I was not stepping out, I started getting ready, brushed my hair, wore clothes that made me feel good, just like I would if I were going to an office. And then I would sit down to work to brainstorm YouTube ideas, write scripts, shoot and edit. Just doing that small act of dressing up made me feel like I was actually working. It shifted something in my brain, like, okay, we are in work mode now. I started focusing better, staying consistent, showing up with more intention. Honestly, working from home sounds great, but it's hard. So many distractions, so easy to slip into laziness. But this one habit of showing up for myself, it changed a lot more than I expected. And it reminded me I deserve to feel good even when no one is watching. Staying at home 24/7 sounds great until it's not. There were days I would just binge watch shows one after the other. At first, I felt good, like I was finally relaxing. But slowly, I started to feel like, wait, is this all I am doing? I was not doing anything else with my time. One day, I randomly thought, why don't I have hobbies anymore? I remembered how, as a kid, I used to love sketching and painting. I was always learning something new, curious, and excited. But somewhere along the way, life happened and I left those things behind. So I decided to pick them back up. Painting was something I had been wanting to do for 3 to 4 years but kept putting off. I finally started and it felt so good. But I also noticed my concentration was not the same anymore. I could not focus like I used to, and honestly, I did not know why. So I started exploring hobbies that could help with that. And that's when I came across macrame and crochet. They were said to improve focus, so I gave it a shot. I joined a course and slowly started learning macrame, and I actually loved it. It's simple, calming, and the satisfaction of seeing the final piece. It's so joyful. Through all this, I rediscovered parts of me I had forgotten. When I quit my job and finally had time to focus on myself, I realized this is the time to care for my well being, not just mentally or emotionally, but physically too. Honestly, I never really saw myself as a fitness person. I was always within a healthy weight, so I did not think I needed to work out. But after gaining a little weight and feeling less energetic, I started slow with strength training and light cardio, not just to lose weight, but to feel stronger. It's been 9 months now. Some days are hard, but when you start enjoying the process, it stops feeling like a chore. You just show up for yourself. At the same time, I became more mindful of what I ate. Being home all day messed with my routine. Some days I skipped meals, other days I ordered junk just because I could. I used to think healthy eating was expensive or complicated, but slowly I figured it out, started making my own simple bowls at home. Even one good meal a day made me feel lighter, more energized. Turns out fitness and food are not about extremes, they are about feeling good in your body and in your life. For some, a 9 to 5 job might be the dream, but for others, it's creating something of their own. For me, it's doing what I love. Every path comes with its own set of challenges and wins. It's never black and white, but what truly matters is your interest, your peace, and your pace. Do I regret quitting? Not at all. It helped me understand life better from a space of stillness, not noise. Choosing this life has helped me understand things about myself, about life, things I probably never would have learned if I had not made this choice. Just because someone else is on a certain path doesn't mean I have to follow same. I have stepped off the guilt trip of chasing achievements just because society expects it. I am learning to live at my pace. It's okay not to own a car before 30. It's okay to slow down, to take a break, to explore, to rediscover. It's okay to be you as you are. And today, I'm genuinely happy with where I am. Still learning, still growing, still showing up for myself. If this video resonated with you in any way, I hope it reminds you that your journey is valid even if it looks different. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.